All right, so one of the easier ways to go about doing this is to just create a quick video with examples. So here we go. New question. When you press a new question, that's going to populate your options here. Now I'm going to go through these. I've made several different options here. So this one I designated it as an English question, and it's multiple choice. The question, what literary device does an author use to shift the setting from current day to New Rochelle to 1942 Poland? The answer I put as the first one, flashback, is marked as correct answer. If you want to indicate a different one is a correct answer, make sure the arrow is pointing to it. But you will have your 4 different options. Multiple choice questions are just like that. It's A, B, C, D. Now you can add additional options, or you can take away options if you only want 3 options or 2 options, or if you want 8 options, you can add as many as you want. Feedback can be given based on incorrect answers or the correct answers, or in general, incorrect or correct, incorrect, and general comments. Okay, so looking at the next question is, come on, there we go. Next question is a true-false question. Okay, so simple setup, same thing. You have the arrow pointing to whichever one is the correct answer. All right, looking at our next one. Okay, this is a fill in the blank. So I'm just moving down these in order. Okay, fill in the blank. Our Junior ROTC Reserves stands for Junior Reserve Blank Training Corps. Now, one thing I did was I went and put this out. So this is what it looks like for them. So they would put in officer. And down here, I did put it so they could spell it either capitalized or not. Depending on how particular you are, you might want to specify that they use caps or not. Looking at our next option, the creed. Fill in multiple blanks. So in this case, I left 3 blanks available. So if you go and look at the question, beginning of the JROTC creed states, I'm an Army Junior ROTC cadet. I will always conduct myself to bring credit to my blank, comma, blank, comma, blank, and the Corps of Cadets. So students will fill in for each one of those. Looking at our next one, oh, and the way you answer that, so the way you set up the question, I've got answer 1, answer 2, answer 3. You can't use any spaces between those brackets, otherwise the question will fail. It will not show up as an option. And then you pull up your drop down here. So my first option, I only gave you the option of answering family, lowercase. If I wanted it uppercase as well, I could put in that option. Or if I wanted more choices, I could put in more choices. Same thing with 2 is country. Same thing with 3 is school. Looking at the next one is multiple answers. So this one they have to answer all the correct ones. If they answer 2/3 of them correct, then they don't get it right. Okay, they have to answer all or nothing. In this case, Rick Astley is going to, or is never gonna, give you up, let you down, run around, or desert you. So all are marked as correct. If you wanted to drop one of them from being correct, you would leave it as possible answer. Looking at the next one, this is a question about, this is multiple drop downs. So in this case, I put in brackets city and in brackets team. And then what the student will see on that one is a drop down here. Your favorite city is, and they have to choose between Las Vegas or North Las Vegas, and your favorite team is the Aviators, the Silver Knights, or the Golden Knights. So they would choose that, and then it's going to tell them if they got it wrong or not. So in this case, it has to be North Las Vegas and the Aviators. So I would have gotten it wrong because I didn't get them both correct. Looking at the next one, match the words with the translation. This is a matching question. So if I go up here to edit options, you'll see it's in the matching list. I just put a description on what the question is and then the list of words. So what you'll see as a student is madre. And you have a drop down and you'd pick which one is madre. And then you've got calle. Okay, and then you just move right on down the list. I put in additional options in here, make, happy, and sad, as red herrings, distractors. Looking at the next one, this is using, it's the last of the options, text, no question. Okay, I can show you what that one looks like real quick. So if you scroll down to the bottom, it says end of test, put your pencils away and leave the room now. The other options that are in here, numerical answer is more in the math field. I've never worked with it. I don't have the experience there. Same thing with formula question. Essay question is pretty straightforward. I don't think you need an example of that one, but I could go down here to new question and post one. So an essay question, you write what your question is and the student just has a space to answer the question. The next one is a file upload. So I've done this in my classroom before where it works just like an assignment. I've had them do an activity, complete it, so they'd use Google Drive or they use Photoshop or Illustrator to create the activity, and then they would just upload it. So there we go. Those are the types of questions on your quiz.